Houston, we have a problem.
Hi, I'm Ralph Peterson of 7 Trillion SEO, and this is the AI Search Briefing Special Report number 5. Be sure to stick around all the way to the end for some really cool Apollo 13 history facts that actually help explain the issue we're talking about today. If your business is just now starting to think about AI search,
Houston, the problem is bigger than we thought.
you need to know that your AI authority may have already been developing for years. Here's why. AI doesn't learn about your business only from what you say about your business. It learns from what other people have said. Customer reviews, news articles, business directories, industry websites, community discussions, social media platforms, and other independent sources across the internet. Those mentions and descriptions can accumulate over the years. That's important to know because according to a recent article by Dwayne Forrester in Search Engine Journal, what AI already knows about a company may be the result of how independent sources have been describing that company over time. In other words, you can't just publish 50 blog posts saying you're the greatest company in town and expect AI to say,
"Well, they said it 50 times, so it must be true, right?"
What AI is looking for is evidence. It wants other sources confirming that you actually are the greatest company in town and that you are a business worth recommending. Now here's the kicker. Because what AI knows today may have been influenced by information created years ago, you may have a lot of inconsistent business information all across the internet. And that could be a huge problem. But here's the good news. You can start fixing it today. And if you've been listening to the AI Search Briefing for any amount of time, you know what I'm going to say next. Rebuild your website so it clearly explains who you are and what you do. Keep your Google business profile accurate and active. Earn legitimate customer reviews. Get mentioned by other trusted websites and organizations. Create genuinely useful content people want to reference and talk about. So now you need to search out and find inconsistent information about your business all across the internet. Why? Because you want to be the kind of business other people want to recommend. I'm Ralph Peterson of 7 Trillion SEO. Think big, be trusted, be... Wait, here's an interesting true fact before I go. We've been saying, Houston, we have a problem for more than 30 years. Except nobody aboard Apollo 13 actually said that. During the real Apollo 13 mission in 1970, Jack Swigert said, "Houston, we've had a problem here." Mission Control asked him to repeat it, and Jim Lovell said, "Houston, we've had a problem." It wasn't until a movie Apollo 13 came out in 1995 that it became, "Houston, we have a problem." And for more than 30 years, we've been repeating it that way over and over. Now think about that for a second. Millions of people, thousands of websites, articles, videos, social media posts, all repeating something that was never actually said during the Apollo 13 incident. Now ask yourself this. What happens when AI learns from what we have been repeating on the internet?
Houston, we may have another problem.